J-O-E in the place to be. HB on the track, it's like ecstasy. Rolling a well of 7 years, what we drink and be. Trying to sling the dopest rhymes in the galaxy. Let me take a minute though and relax your mind. Sometimes these words can be hard to find. 24/7 on that daily grind. Hearing voices in my head, man, they not that kind. Cause bitches be bitching, snitches keep snitching. The world keeps turning, and I keep hitching a ride instead of living my life. Yo, 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 yo.
Man, when you feel hungry, don't you have to eat?
Yo, yo, pump up the volume and digest this beat.
RapScallions in the house with this lyrical treat.
When we're done with you, you're gonna ice your feet.
If the world ends tomorrow and you had one chance,
Hey, yo, would you start the move like it's your last dance?
yo, do something small in the past and present changes.
Do something now, the future rearranges.
Cause bitches keep bitching.
Yo, snitches keep snitching.
The world keeps turning.
And you start living your life instead of hitching a ride. RapScallions. J-O-E in the place to be. HB on the track, it's like ecstasy. Rolling a well of 7 years, what we drink and be. Trying to sling the dopest rhymes in the galaxy. Let me take a minute though and relax your mind. Sometimes these words can be hard to find. 24/7 on that daily grind. Hearing voices in my head, man, they not that kind. Cause bitches be bitching, snitches keep snitching. The world keeps turning, and I keep hitching a ride.
Hello, hello, hello. Episode 31 of Rapping with RapScallions. We're coming to you guys live from Panama, distinct regions, but through the magic of the internet, we're joining you on Instagram, on Facebook Live, and on YouTube, commonly referred to as YouTube. And with my 0.5 right here, Joe Mosquita. Joe Mosquita's in the house. How you doing, Joe?
What's up, HB? I am happy to be here. It's another Sunday, man, that we get to spend together, and does not anything bring greater joy to my life than sharing these 2 hours with you and the internet. And you know who else I enjoy spending these times with?
Who?
The grandfather. Right there. Don Abuelo.
Grandpa.
Don Abuelo. And also Eloy Benedetti, who says hello. Hey, Eloy, how's it going, man?
Yeah, we got Brian
Cheers, my
Swente
friend.
tuning in. He says looking forward to it. And Hugo Cabrera, HB rapping. That's right, Juice. Not only can I run the hell out of a ball on the gridiron, but I can rap and I can act. I can do all that.
Hey.
We're going to get into Bulldogs. We're going to get into Green Devils. We're going to get into Cristobal, Red Machine. I got my jerseys hanging up. And I'm going throwback today. Check it out. Rams, baby.
Oh, man. I've never seen such masculinity before in my life.
God, I'm so like, man, if you had to ask me how I felt today, I would have to tell you the truth, Joe. I feel like I have new game powers. I put on my Glory Days jersey.
Dude.
Oh, you know what it smells like?
You look amazing. What does it smell like?
It smells like the tears of my enemies.
I bet you stepped on a lot of helmets as you charged towards the end zone and scored touchdown after touchdown, and then you did your dance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a lot of fun playing football. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into a lot of things. We've got to talk about the odds. We've got to talk about our picks. We got to talk about the history of football in Panama and the Canal Zone, and after the Canal Zone was over, which turns out it was a lot longer, many, many more years than I had figured. But doing the research for this show, Joe and I discovered so many things about the Canal Zone that you guys are going to want to hear. Hey, check it out. Ralph Furlong's tuned in too. Yeah, they say, Brian Sweeney says, I love it. Juice says, HB drinking HB. Hey, HB playing HB, drinking HB, but they got rid of the black beer, so I don't know. Pedro Penavere's tuned in. He says, Ras. Smells like 30-year. Smells like 30-year grau. Adam Beach, number 21 Bulldogs. We got a lot of glory days coming up, Joe. A lot of people.
Oh man, I want to hear all the stories, man. Like I really just want to be entertained by all the stories of days gone by of your fights on the gridiron.
Ooh, yes. Breakdown. 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 I'm ready. Okay, first, so we don't break with tradition, let's do our weekly Rapping with RapScallions weekly wrap-up.
How's your week been, my friend?
My week was pretty good. As you know, I'm still celebrating my birthday month. Mars is in retrograding out of Aquarius or something like that. I don't know, but I'm still celebrating.
Sounds good to me.
And It's kind of new. It's kind of cool when they added those teams to the NFL, because then Super Bowl Sunday didn't fall on my birthday. Took away some of my heat. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
But you're feeling good. You're feeling fine.
Feeling good. A lot of scandals in Panama. The newly formed Ministry of Culture, which is very important to us. It's where actors.
That's right.
A lot of scandal going on there. Jimmy Dawson Productions. Have you looked at this at all?
I was watching it on the news actually, and I was like, man, how do people get away with this stuff? Like, we're like the nerve of these people, man.
It just came out yesterday that they were using COVID funds to pay this guy Jimmy Dawson Productions. So many turds have fallen out of the closet about this guy Dawson. I read one of the comments and they're like, hey, remember, isn't this the guy that they filmed looting during the invasion? This guy's just a big old turd, man.
Oh my gosh. I don't understand that, man. And you think, like, we all know that there's corruption. We know that, Yeah. But we're also still in the middle of a global pandemic that we don't really know when it's going to end. And that's how you want to, like, promote some sort of strong leadership by being more corrupt and taking advantage of the pandemic, which has already killed hundreds of thousands of people. I think millions of people already globally. I mean, come on, man. Ugh.
It's disturbing. And, there's so many people who live off of culture, off of music, off of theater. People are suffering horribly,
Yeah.
Their companies are failing or are crashing. And meanwhile, they're just siphoning off checks as usual, if even worse, So anyway, how about your weekend?
My weekend so far has been good. My week in general was, man. Like you, working during the day, getting all that work done. I've been trying to stay strict with myself and doing my workouts, as I keep mentioning every week. Now, I think I mention it here as a way of keeping myself in check. Because if not, I'd be like, no, I'm just lying around like a fool. But I can't let that happen. So I've been doing that. So I've been feeling good. I started watching Snowpiercer on Netflix. Have you seen that?
I started it. I haven't gotten into it yet. I was watching The Expanse. That's my favorite show on TV right now.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Love it. Amazing.
It's on Netflix?
That's on Amazon Prime.
All right. No, I'll have to check it out, man. But yeah. Oh, and I also started watching Servant on Apple TV Plus.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
It's pretty interesting for some late night viewing. It's pretty cool. M. Night Shyamalan comes back, does his thing. You know that guy. He does his thing.
Oh, yeah, he's always got the twist in the end.
For sure. So we find ourselves trying to guess what the twist is going to be, which I guess is counterproductive because then it keeps you from enjoying the show because you're still always guessing what's going to happen.
Crazy.
Who knows, man? Who knows? But yeah, man. So far, so good. Another Saturday, another weekend in lockdown. But doing what we got to do to keep going, dog.
So this is we had our week, but you know what? High point NFL Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. I'm excited, man, especially after doing all this research on football. A lot of friends have been commenting stuff and adding points that I might have skimmed over. But don't you worry, Swinty. I had most of those points already. And let's jump into our Super Bowl prediction. Let's talk about the game day, and then we can jump into the past about football in Panama.
For sure. What are you? I'm pretty excited, man. I think I actually haven't really followed the NFL too much since kind of like the 90s. I think I moved back to Panama, and I just stopped watching football regularly.
Yeah,
in
I have
around
to confess the same thing, Joe. It's like. And when I came back to Panama, I was like, go to the beach or watch NFL Sunday. I was like, I'm going to the beach, man.
Yeah, man. So I think it was weird because in the 90s, man, you could ask me anything. I got my Brett Favre jersey, man. Huge Packers fan in the 90s, even though I lived in Miami. So Dolphins and Packers were my teams.
Dolphins and Packers.
Dolphins and Packers, yeah. Dolphins and Packers. I'll let you know why Packers are my team later on. But yeah, so I was like, I don't know what's going on, But I remember last year for the Super Bowl, I was in Miami before the week of the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was in Miami. I had a very wonderful colleague. She gave me this pint glass, which we procured through legal ways at a
Only
restaurant
legal ways, huh?
in Miami.
Real so. You can't take the cholo out of Panama like that.
So I was really excited for the Super Bowl because I was like, oh snap, it's in Miami, you know, city is close to my heart and all that stuff. And you know what happened on Super Bowl Sunday last year? I lost cable and internet in my apartment, so I couldn't watch it.
What? Oh my goodness.
Couldn't
And
watch
we've
it.
got a lot of people tuned in, Joe. Pedro Penaver says he's glad that the ministerial scandal was exposed via social media. Brian Swenty says, I started Snowpiercer. So far, I like to fall asleep to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Ralph
Late night
Furlong's
watching.
like, you guys need to watch Californication to Rest. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I got through a lot of series of that. I got it unlocked. Yes, sir. Hugo Cabrera, Cinta. A good friend of mine who I worked with at Disney is the facility guy at Arrowhead, and super cool. Plus, Mahomes went to Texas Tech. So, Swent go Chiefs, man, all the way.
Go Chiefs. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
The whole Tom Brady Mahomes thing, like I'm really feeling it, man. I think it's the age difference between these two cats is phenomenal. I can't believe Tom Brady's 43.
Dude, are we gonna go straight into our picks? Because this is like,
Yeah, man.
it's the battle of the quarterbacks. This, the Chiefs are favored by 3 points. Having said that, how many Super Bowls are between them? You know.
Yeah.
Who's on their home field?
Yeah.
Tom Brady, 6-time Super Bowl champion, 4-time Super Bowl MVP.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to make for some good drama leading up to the start of the game. I'm going to tell you my pick.
Tell me.
If anyone can cover a 3-point spread at home in a place where he feels comfortable, it's Tom Brady, man.
Show. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm going to I'm going to forget the odds and I'm going to go for straight up win. I'll take Tampa Bay.
Yeah, dude, I have to agree with you, man. I think I'm going with Brady all the way. And I think I'm just, for what you just said, I think I'm just also in awe that he is 43 and he is still playing quality football.
Joe, I pulled a muscle trying to put this little teeny tiny jersey on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Taking this thing off is not going to be easy. But I just had a birthday. And meanwhile, this guy's winning games.
Mm-hmm.
A little envious. I think Giselle's got him in
tip-top shape.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we were talking about this earlier. You know, I remember some of the great quarterbacks of the past. You know, we were talking about Dan Marino. We were talking about John Elway. When these guys retired, I remember looking at them like, damn, that guy's old. Like, they looked old on the field. It was like they couldn't even tie their own shoelaces. Like, if they bent over, they would break.
We were talking about all the greats, even Broadway Joe Namath. Dan Marino could barely walk, man. Jesus. He had braces on his braces.
Yeah, dude.
But what about Warren Moon? That guy was old as hell. How old was he? Did it turn out?
44, I think, when he retired.
44 when he retired. So
I think so.
But this guy's got the fountain of youth from Brazil. That's what I'm thinking.
I know. Do you think he'll retire after this? I mean, first of all, it's phenomenal that it's his first season with the Bucs. He's taking them to the Super Bowl. Like, he doesn't look like he's going to stop. Like, I don't think he'll be like, that's it, great, I'm done, guys. No. Could you imagine if he's like 50 and he's still playing? No way, man.
I mean, we had this conversation with Brett Favre. Now, admittedly, I think Brady is a much greater quarterback, but they have something in common. They're fucking closers, dude. They win games. Now, Brett Favre was grizzled. You know, you felt your body ached when you watched him after the game. Tom Brady, that guy's in his prime. It feels like
he looks fresquecito. Like, he's just like, whatever, I could do this every day. I don't care. But you're right, with Favre, man, towards the end of his career, it was like, Brett, don't break. Like, you could.
Don't hurt yourself. Slide. Now he's doing flips and stuff. Oh my God.
Seriously. Because you're right. All the quarterbacks, they would be like, oh, I remember Marino. He would run it for 3 yards. He'd be like, run. Oh, slide. Like, please don't hurt me.
Man, we got a lot of comments here. Swenty's like, the QB story is the best this year. Brady is the GOAT. Adam Beach, Bulldog. They are 2-2. And how's the Instagram doing? What has Eloy said anything? What about our
just waved.
fan favorites?
He just waved, and we got Alex Reyes, Sass Panama.
Yes.
He's been watching this video
Slim
as well.
Guy.
Slim, he looks like, I think he would be a great football player. I see him taking some fools down.
Yeah,
I think
he could be a wide receiver, just makes those catches because he's so
Just
tall.
like stretching out there, man, catching all those balls, man. Oh, so mature.
So mature, yeah.
But you know what? One of the things that I really don't understand, like I've heard people discussing this. Okay, they're like, if Mahomes doesn't win this Super Bowl, he will never catch Brady. And somebody said this comment to me, and I was like, what does it matter? Like, why are we already trying to belittle whatever potential achievements this man might have in his career later on, you know? And I was just annoyed by that comment, because I was like, just let him do, like, so what happens if he only wins 3 Super Bowls? Are you going to be like, hey, man, you suck. You only won 3 Super Bowls?
Hey, the fans are your greatest ally, and then the next day your biggest enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, I was just like, hey, it doesn't really matter, man. It's kind of like that whole thing with who was better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. I was like,
what about Magic Johnson versus Michael Jordan? Right? Remember?
yeah,
they're going
exactly.
up and they're like, who's better? But Johnson, Magic had the T-shirt company that sold both the T-shirts for both of them. So
I guess yep. So I don't know, man. I think we'll see whatever happens. I mean, I just think it's amazing, the age difference between these guys, and we'll see what Tom Brady does today, and we'll see what he does later on in life, man. But I think Mahomes, he still has a great future ahead of him, unless he gets injured, and then that would really suck. But you know,
I don't
injuries
wish
can
that on
happen.
anyone. That's tough.
Truth.
All right, so we're both for Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No doubt. The last time they won, Tony Dungy was their coach, right? I think.
No,
this was like
Chucky.
Years. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember. Anyway, I wanted to ask you something very serious.
What's up?
How much did the pirate pay to get his ears pierced?
I don't know.
A Buccaneer.
Oh, snap.
All right. I need a drink after
Quality
that.
jokes. Quality jokes.
It's all good here. All right. Tell us the story behind why you're a Green Bay Packers fan.
Why I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, man. Check this out. So, as I said, in the 90s, I was huge into football, right? And I think it must have been 96 or 97. I was before that even. Anyways, so I was in middle school, and we had this like weekly bet thing where we would fill in what we thought the scores were going to be for the weekend on the NFL, because everyone loved the NFL, all that stuff. And we had to pick the Sunday scores and the winners, and then also pick, and then if there was a tie on the Sunday, the Monday night game, the result from that game would decide the ultimate winner for the week. And that winner could get a Coke and drink it in class.
Oh, wow.
While the teacher was giving class. And you know, back then they didn't allow you to drink stuff in class.
Hey, kidding me? That's like being able to tap dance on your teacher's desk.
That's right. So we did the thing, right? And I remember on Sunday, I came tied with this other person, and they were like, okay, we'll see what happens on the Monday night game. And in that Monday night game, Brett Favre, I think it was probably like his first or second game when he was playing with the Packers, and he ended up winning the game for the Pack. So he won me a Coke. So I was like, dude, my man.
I like that guy.
My man, I like him. He got
Note
me a
to
Coke.
self, buy Joe a Coke.
Joe a Coke. That's how you make your way into my heart. So I was like, dude, that's epic. So then from that moment, I was like, Green Bay. I still had a place that, Miami always had a place in my heart, the Dolphins, right? Because they had Marino, OJ McDuffie, all these other cool cats. But I was like, man, Green Bay. And I remember, so I was like super into Brett Favre. I read his biography. I was like, man, this guy's the bomb. I got the shirt. And my parents even bought me a hat, very similar to this shape, but it was like made of cheese. Like they had the cone cheese ones. Yeah. I didn't have that one. It was a hat made of cheese.
The bill and the queso.
Yeah. That's right. It was like all cheese.
Beautiful.
So that was pretty tight. And I was super happy in 97. I was coming down. So my dad lived in Indianapolis for a while, which again, another big football city. Indianapolis Colts. Jim Harbaugh was the quarterback at the time. This was before Marshall Faulk had gone over to St. Louis. So I was into all these cats. I was like, oh my God, football, football, football. So then we were driving down. He was moving back to Miami, and we were driving down to Miami in a U-Haul truck from Indianapolis because he had been living in Indianapolis for a while. And it was on the Super Bowl Sunday when the Packers were playing. Crap, now I forget who they were playing. That faithful game. Good grief.
It's all right. Keep going with the story. I'm liking this.
Anyways, we were coming
Super duper, yeah.
down from Indianapolis in a U-Haul truck. And I basically had to hear the entire Super Bowl on the radio, which was crazy.
That was like the old days, man.
Yeah, it was the old days because there were no mobile phones, right? So it was me and my dad in a U-Haul truck driving down from Indianapolis and just listening to the Super Bowl on the radio. And when Desmond Howard, he did that punt return, dog.
From
He
Michigan.
brought it back.
Mm-hmm.
He brought it back, man. He was the MVP for that game. Green Bay went on to win it. I'm thinking, man, Green Bay's going to have a dynasty because they had Reggie White on the defense as well. You know, they had some big players, big players. But then they lost to Denver in the following year. And that one I did watch. And that's when they basically let Denver run the ball in, score a touchdown with like 2 seconds left in.
Ouch. Well, as many of you know who are tuned in, I'm the only living Detroit Lions fan any of you have ever met.
Hey, man, Barry Allen. That guy was the bomb dig.
So
Not Barry Allen, Barry Sanders. Barry Allen's
Barry
the Flash.
Sanders. Yeah, same thing. But
Truth.
But the reason why is that, you know, the kids who went to the school in the zone, you had your summertime, June, July, and we ended up going to Michigan for our summers.
Right.
And so I'm up there watching the Detroit Lions summer camp, you know, getting ready for the season. I'm just watching this guy, Barry Sanders, man. I was just amazed by him. And I was like, this is my team. And then I started playing for the Rams. And they're like, what do you want to play?
Like Barry
I want to be a running back. That's what I want to be, you know? So that's a good segue into us talking about Panama football because so people are chatting me. I'm like, dude, I'm live. Watch your show.
Watch the show and chat to me on the show.
That's right.
Yo.
Chat live. So, you know, we got a lot of, see that it's already starting. Juice is like Chris Cook is ready to throw up. I love it. Dolphins, Mark Super Duper. Oh yeah. Mark Clayton. No one like Barry Sanders. Sanders don't got shit on Alfredo Richards. Well, Alfredo was the fastest man in Panama at the time. That guy, he was so fast. Oh my God. That guy was fast. Oof. Then we had Rocket. Rocket was fast too. Foodie.
Who was the fastest out of the two of them?
I don't know. I think Alfredo was. But, you know, just to take a step back in the NFL, I actually lived in Tampa, and my friend Mike Laverty had season tickets, and I told him all I'm asking for, you take me to a Detroit Lions game, and they were the same division back then, and also Green Bay too. So no one had a problem with that because no one cared about Detroit, right? So it was a Thursday night game, and I got to see Barry Sanders run north, south, east, west, south, southwest, northwest by southwest. Oof, it was a beautiful game. And the cool part about that game is that his brother was like, no, I want to go to that game. So I lost my ticket. So he's like, don't worry, just come anyway. And people are going to be scalping tickets. So there's a beer garden right across the street from the stadium where they're drinking beers. And this dude in a little BMW convertible drives by, and he's like, I got 2 tickets for the game. And I ran over there and I was like, man, I'm a college kid. All I have is $30. He's like, no, man, these are the best seats in the house. I was like, I'm sorry, man. That's all I have. He's like, all right. So he drives off, and I'm drinking a beer, and he comes back and he starts whistling at me. He's, hey, come here. I run over. He's like, take the tickets. They were on the 50-yard line right behind the Buccaneers players' wives.
No way.
So I'm there like,
living it up.
Sanders, blah, and the wives are like, hey, este man, de panameño aquí gritando. So that was a highlight. My NFL all-time highlight was watching Barry Sanders running north, south, east, and west, and all points in between. Whenever you watch Barry Sanders highlights, you see a lot of Buccaneers helmets in there, and I was there for that game. That was a lot of
Oh,
fun.
word. Man, that's crazy, man. Did Barry notice you? Did he say hi to you? Did you manage to make eye contact?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, man. I didn't get to see eye contact. Never got close.
You were excited.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
Barry Sanders.
we're talking about all the fast guys. We got Wilbur Reese was flash, and it said Alfredo North and South was faster. Flash had moves though, so we're talking about quickness too.
No doubt.
So you have all-out speed, which is usually a hallmark of wide receivers, but in running backs, you got to hit the hole fast, and then you got to make stuff happen.
Dude, you got to be able to maneuver. You got to improvise on the spot, dog.
Yeah,
I remember whenever I used to play like video games, I used to love playing NFL video games back in the day.
Of course, man. I love it.
My brother and we would always play Dallas Cowboys versus Detroit Lions because the Cowboys had Emmitt Smith and the Lions had Barry Sanders, and it was always like an all-out running back war to see who could run the most.
Oh, that's so much fun.
No, Barry Sanders was legit, man. I was very sad when he retired because he was like on top of the world one day to the next. He was just like, I'm outie. Why did he retire? Do you know?
They were talking about him. They were talking about trading him, and he never answered why, but I think it was because they were going to trade him, and he couldn't be somewhere besides Detroit. I remember he was walking down the sideline with his dad, and the reporter runs up and asks his dad, Mr. Sanders, who's the greatest running back ever? And without even blinking, he goes, Jim Brown. Right next to his son.
Oh, Dad.
Yeah, he kept him on the level. But I think it was because they were talking about trading him or asking him to move laterally or something, to choose to go to another organization. So he just decided to retire.
He was like, I'm not having it.
There's always the what ifs. The what ifs, like, what if he had Emmitt Smith's line,
Yeah. Man, the Cowboys, man. They were like America's team for a while, weren't they? Isn't that what they were called?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know how we voted on that. But
I was never a Cowboys fan, so yeah.
The natives are getting restless. There's a lot of ankle biting going on in the chat. They're talking about how their shoulders got popped out by Paulo Ameglio, Adam Beach, great football instincts. I've got some smack to talk too. I remember Adam tried to take me out at the knees, so I stepped on him. He has a scar of an H on his hand where I stepped on him.
Oh, snap. Hey, okay. So talk me through this, man. All right. I want to understand. I imagine football in the Canal Zone, during those days. And I'm imagining something like, you remember that show Friday Night Lights?
Yeah.
With like all the cool kids and high school and stuff. And it was like, oh, guys, are you going to the big game on Friday? Oh, we got to beat these guys. Was that what it was like? Did you like ride around in your like super cool convertible car?
Yeah, my Corvette. I think you captured the spirit of it. Football was like a small town event, like you said in Friday Night Lights. But there's something to add to that. Is because there were so few people, especially when we went to high school. All the people that are in the chat.
Yeah.
The high school was split up into two teams. You knew all the guys at Green Devils and there's a lot of nuance there. We got to talk about it. So you went to school with all the guys that you're playing against. So, being competitive, yes, but then you got to go to school on Monday and face the guy that juked you, that burnt you, and you don't hear the end of it. You hear it every day, and there was good camaraderie and there's sportsmanship. But to this day, you get us in a room and the glory day starts. Like it's already happening in the chat. All this jibba jabba about glory days. It's a lot of fun because we all went to school together. So you have that small town community feeling. And I found some articles from back in the day that'll give you an idea of the grandeur of what it was to go watch the football game. I did a lot of research on this one. I hope you guys enjoy it.
So it wasn't this thing like if you it was like, you weren't playing against the rival school. You were playing against dudes that you went to school with.
Okay, so that evolved during the years. So I'm just going to pick the year that I went to schools in '94.
Yeah, yeah.
Previous to, I don't know. Should we start at the beginning or should we just jump in?
Let's start at the beginning, man. Let's start at the beginning.
All right. So I did some deep digging, and the earliest recorded reference to football that I could find was 3 pictures from 1936.
1936.
Yes, there was
So
a
way
touch
back when.
football league. This is for the high school students. 1936 touch football league, and the only teams that I could find in there was the Gophers, the Green Wave, and the Bulldogs.
Whoa. So the Bulldogs have been around for a minute then, or they were around.
Yeah, looks like they were around. That's the actual mascot of Balboa High School, is the Bulldog.
Right.
Look
at that.
And that's going to come up later. The Green Wave, I know, Juice, you're going to like this one. The Green Wave is the name of the team, man. And yeah, you're right. So let's do a little geography talk here. You have the Atlantic side and the Pacific side when we're talking about the Canal Zone. So it was several Pacific side teams, and then the high school team from Cristobal, the Tigers. And there's a lot of rich history there. Man, so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start. So
what happened
Gophers,
after 1936? So what happened with
the Green Wave, and the Bulldogs is what I could find about this touch football league. And then I found reference, and maybe you can help me out with this, Juice, is I found an article in 1970 that said it was the 21st anniversary of the Jamboree started by Coach Luke Palumbo. Well, that had to have been his father, right? Because the Luke Palumbo that I know, that guy's still alive. How did he start the Jamboree in 1949? So anyway, tackle football started, according to this article, and I poured over the spillway, pun intended. It had reference to tackle football started in the Canal Zone in 1948. And in 1949, they started doing the Jamboree. And to the best of my research, there are 4 teams.
And what was the Jamboree? Sorry, HB. What was the Jamboree?
The Jamboree was the 4 teams. It was like, it's how you started off. Yeah, Drew says it's his old man. So Luke Palumbo father started the Jamboree in 49. And Luke Palumbo is a dear friend of mine. I'm going to have to interview him and show some of those interviews. He's very Colomboy, dude. That guy's great. All the Palumbo brothers are great. So the Jamboree, what it is it's the 4 teams. Each play each other for a quarter.
Like round robin.
A round robin. And a lot of you guys didn't know this, but and just makes a good point. Everyone goes to Colon to play. So
sweet.
Back in the day, you're getting on the train to go to Colon, and Jamborees were epic, dude. Epic.
Where at in Colon were they?
In Cocosolo.
Cocosolo. All right.
Yeah. So in the original Jamborees, it was all point based. So whoever had the most points, and if you tied on points, it was who gave up the least amount of points. Now that changed in 1969, where it changed to whoever won the most quarters, because you play each team for a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there was a tie on that, then you go to who has most points. Then you go who had the least amount of points that they gave up. And then it goes to who had the most first downs.
Wow.
So
that's crazy. Each quarter is 15 minutes, 12 minutes. 15
minutes. Yeah. And, and I think the guys in the chat can attest to this. That Jamboree was power, dude. These guys had the bomberos playing, and you're going out there, you can't hear your quarterback because they had home field advantage. You're running out there, it's the Cristobal Tigers, and pumping on the sound system. They have Eye of the Tiger playing. You know, you're going over to Coco Solo, you're going over to the Atlantic side.
Yeah.
You're not on your home field.
Yeah.
Might have been some booze on the bus. I don't know. And then, so you're going over there and the place is just packed and you're running out on the field and Eye of the Tiger's playing. That's the home court's advantage. Blah, blah, blah. And then you're playing in the middle of the game, you're playing and they use their home court advantage, home field advantage to the maximum by getting the bomberos playing loud, dude. And it was so exhilarating. You had the bomberos pumping music and it was like, you can't hear the quarterback calling the cadence, you know?
Right.
So we had on the spot, we had to come up with how to do it. So we came up, we did calling audibles. We had to figure out how, you know, if he taps the guard or the tackle or something like that, then you know the change is playing. So yeah, what Swanty said, Jamboree was a rush, such a unique event. It was a lot of fun. And having to come up on the field, you know, everything that you plan for is out the window. You can't hear anything. And the music is da 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 da. The bomberos are just pumping the music. The brass is going off. People in the stands are going wild. And it was definitely an excellent way to open up the season. So I found an article from 1963.
Right.
And okay, so the four teams at the time were Balboa Bulldogs, Cristobal Tigers, Panama Canal College, Green Wave. I don't know when the name changed.
Yeah.
And then you had the Athletic Club.
Athletic Club.
Yes. Now we were talking about how old Tom Brady is. So
Yeah.
the Athletic Club was made up of just guys. That here's a prerequisite. Yeah, so it was just like dudes, like older guys, you know.
Regular
so
old dudes. They were like, I want to play football.
You have high school students playing against college students.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Playing against professionals. So here's the rules to join the athletic club. You must not have reached your 30th birthday by October 1st, 1960. That was for the year of 1963. So you had to be under 30 years old.
Right.
You had to have attended at least one full year in a Canal Zone school, BHS, CHS, or 1 year at Canal Zone Junior College. And that had several name changes through the year. Canal Zone College, Canal Zone Junior College, PCC, when they got rid of all Canal Zone across the board. And you're not eligible if you have participated in a 4-year college varsity team. So if you played ball in a university, you can't play. And servicemen were not eligible. And the final one, which I think is the most important one, because the age difference has always come up, but it's always been the weight difference. So no player can weigh more than the heaviest player in the 4 interscholastic teams. So if they had a big guy, you know, playing, if they had like a Swanty, if they had a Swamp Thing, plastic teams, then no one from the athletic club